Friday, happy Friday. What's going down, everyone, and welcome back to another edition. First thing is, I wanted to say that the Philadelphia Eagles bye week came at the exact perfect time. So happens that we're 3-3 right now, which is a perfect record for the state of events in the NFC. We're right in the thick of things. Brian Westbrook is a little banged up. Sean Andrews could use a little rest. Lito Shepherd tweaked something. He's always tweaking something. So I'm very, very happy right now with where our bye week fell. Kevin Curtis and Reggie Brown, they can obviously use the extra week of rest. So hypothetically speaking, when the bye week is up, we got the Atlanta Falcons, a very winnable ball game. Brian Westbrook should be 100% healthy. Kevin Curtis and Reggie Brown should both be back. And from here on out, the Philadelphia Eagles' schedule is basically a cakewalk. We should win every game, every one of our remaining games, minus the division games, because I can't call automatic wins against the Giants and the Cowboys as of right now. And I am going to talk about both of these teams, as a matter of fact, in a little bit. But every game on our schedule that's not an NFC East opponent, our toughest game the remainder of this year is against Baltimore at Baltimore. So, again, the ultimate goal now is to get to the New York Giants with a 5-3 record. If we could do that, obviously the Giants proved Monday night that, I'm not saying the Giants aren't a decent football team. I still think the Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the NFC East. All I'm saying is the Giants, part of the reason why the record is as good as it is, and part of the reason why they've looked as dominant as they have, is because of their cakewalk of a schedule. So hopefully that'll get a little bit harder for them, and they could start, hopefully maybe losing some games, and the Eagles could start picking up some ground. Sticking to Philadelphia really quick, I want to say that even though you guys know I'm a big New York Mets fan, watching the Philadelphia Phillies go to the World Series is almost as bad as watching Eli Manning win the Super Bowl for me. It hurts, it's painful, especially when you think that your team is a better baseball team. But that being said, the Phillies going to the World Series is actually giving me a little bit of optimism about the Eagles, man, because you know how these things work out, like the Boston Red Sox, first the Patriots won, then the Red Sox won, then the Celtics won. I'm just hoping that maybe some of this Philadelphia good fortune. Look, if I got to sit here and deal with the Philadelphia Philly World Series, congratulations to my fellow Eagle fans. That's painful enough. Fine. But can I please get a fucking Super Bowl out of it too? Possibly, maybe. For once, unbelievable. The reverse opposite of my teams win the Super Bowl. The Giants and the World Series if the Phillies win. The Giants and the Phillies. Are you kidding me? I'm an Eagles and Mets fan. So hopefully the World Series going to Philadelphia will bring the Super Bowl to Philadelphia. Maybe we got some kind of karma going. Now, I wanted to move on really quickly to the Dallas Cowboys. Tony Romo, you are making a huge mistake playing with a broken pinky. A huge mistake. First of all, when Brett Favre played, he played with a broken thumb. Playing with a broken thumb is different than playing with a broken pinky. From what I hear from the experts, playing with a broken pinky is more difficult. Now, I'm not going to compare apples to apples or apples to oranges and say which is worse, a thumb or a pinky. My whole point is that with the way the Dallas Cowboys offensive line is protecting Tony Romo right now, to let him back in the game with a broken hand, bone on your quarterback hand is dangerous. If he takes one more shot to that hand, you could shut down the season because of a broken pinky. I mean, it's not worth it. It's a terrible move, and it might cost you guys a season. I don't like it at all, especially the sense that like I said, the offensive line, Flozell Adams is playing like shit. He's not protecting his quarterback. The guy's getting sacked 5 times a game. He's fumbling the ball 3 or 4 times a game, and you guys are going to put him back in? I just don't get that. I don't understand the mentality. Pac-Man Jones, I mean, how many chances as an NFL athlete do you have to get until, that's it, you're done? Pac-Man Jones should have never been reinstated in the first place. It was an embarrassment that he was reinstated to the league. It only took 40 days for him to be reinstated, where he violated his, reinstatement again. And, ultimately, Jerry Jones is a pussy. He's a big pussy because he let Roger Goodell do his dirty work, knowing that he hired a security staff for him. He hired 4 personal bodyguards to watch this guy 24/7, and he gets into a fight with one of them, and you don't do anything. I mean, that's outrageous to me that you didn't even discipline the guy at all. So prior to this incident, Jerry Jones is on record saying how much Pac-Man Jones has changed and how he's rehabilitated and this and that. And then as soon as the incident happens, and I quote Jerry Jones, I guess Pac-Man could use some treatment. Yeah, he could certainly use some treatment. Well, which is it, dummy? Does he need alcohol treatment, or is he okay? Stop changing your story from week to week, you schmuck. That's why you'll never win anything, because your organization is classless. It's completely classless. Staying with the Cowboys, because there's a lot of Cowboy news this week. Losing their, what the fuck is that guy's name again? Jones. Their running back, Felix Jones. Sorry, I blanked out for a second. That's not going to help them at all. That's a pretty big loss. That's another guy who needs to sit on the sideline, just like Brian Westbrook. And believe me, people, I say the same thing about Brian Westbrook and his injured ribs and his ankle. I don't want to see this guy for a month, Brian Westbrook, until he's 100% healthy. We don't need him right now. You guys don't need Tony Romo right now. You don't need, well, actually, you guys probably do, because Brad Johnson is so bad and you guys are kind of falling apart at the seams. But you certainly don't need Felix Jones right now, so let that guy rest a little bit. And on to the one positive note on the week for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this move can be seen as semi-positive, but there's so many deterrents that come along with it. So, okay, congratulations on signing Roy Williams. You only gave up a first, a third, and a 6th or 7th round pick next year. I mean, you just gave away your whole draft next year. Clearly what this says to me is that Jerry Jones is furious that the New York Giants came in and stole his supposed Super Bowl last year, and he's just gonna bet the farm, do whatever he can to do to try to reclaim the status that he's slowly losing this year of being a top contender. Jerry Jones, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. First of all, Roy Williams is a great wide receiver. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to have him on the Philadelphia Eagles, but you already got Terrell Owens. You guys think Terrell Owens is going to welcome Roy Williams with open arms? Wait, to quote the kid from Home Alone. Are you kidding me? This dude is pissed off because he doesn't get enough catches as it is, because Austin and Patrick Creighton are getting his catches. Now you just brought in Roy Williams, who's obviously going to be, I think, their number one receiver, because Terrell Owens has virtually disappeared from the offense this year. I'm going to sit back, I'm going to get a mega bucket of popcorn, a bucket of popcorn this big, and I'm going to enjoy the Dallas Cowboys the rest of the season, man, because you guys just make it too easy for me. Congratulations for eliminating yourselves from the playoffs. New York Giants, really quickly. What happened Monday night, man? I thought you guys were defending Super Bowl champions. 35-14. See, the difference is, ladies and gentlemen, we lost to the Bears, the Cowboys, and the, I can't think of the third team, right? The Washington Redskins. All winning football teams, besides the Bears, who are 3-3. We're prime. We're ready to go. We're coming back 100% healthy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back later today with my picks for the week. I didn't get to them yet because the Eagles aren't playing, so I haven't watched anything about football. I've been taking a mental break from football these last couple days. Within 5 hours, because I got some errands I got to run, I'll have my picks up, and then you guys can make a lot of money off my picks. This is John Ammo from the archives. Thank you for watching the John Ammo video.